said earlier, this particular gallery is the evolution showing us great historical battles that are fought by the Africans.
After going through all the documents, like a photo gallery.
Yes.
It was a very thick forest, in those days.
After going through all the documents. Hello, welcome to the tour on Abia Fact Online TV, and my name is Benedict Ehirim. And you know what touring means? We get to go around beautiful places, see beautiful things, artifacts, relics, so many beautiful things we get to see in the tour. And in this program, we have, beautiful things that would, take you back to take you down the memory lane, so to say. And in this week's edition, we are touring inside the National War Museum right here in Umuahia, Abia State. It's a beautiful place. You would love to see this. Yes, believe me. All those relics used during the Nigerian Biafran Civil War, you thought they are no more, right? No, they are still in existence. They are right inside the museum. Believe me, you would really enjoy this tour. So follow me. Let's go there. This is Abia Fact Online TV. My name is Benedict. We are in a place you would love to hear. We are here live at National War Museum in Umuahia, Abia State. We just want you to reminisce about some of the things that were used for the Nigerian Biafran Civil War of the 1967 to 1970. Some people, let's say people of this recent generation, might think that some of this equipment or some of the things used for the war are no longer existing. But no, we're here to surprise you. We are here live at the museum where you get to see the relics of some of the equipment used during this war. So let's go. Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
I can see that you are some of the staff of this great place. Okay, we're here to, know and see for ourselves some of these things that were used during the Nigerian Biafran War. First of all, tell us just the origin of this place.
So you are where are you from, please?
Abia Fact Online.
Abia Fact Online. Abia Facts. All right. So because I just start talking to people. You just made me start talking about the place. Anyway, we're here to serve the public. You're welcome.
Thank you.
Yes, my name is Mr. Amadi Theophilus.
Okay.
Of course, my colleague is
Akambi Aderomu.
Okay.
As you can see, it's a national place. And that's an Igbo man, that's a Yoruba man. We still have outside people. So it's mixed up. This place is known as National War Museum Umuahia. And the museum was established to preserve the Nigerian Biafran war relics and other wars that have taken part in Nigeria. Our intention is not to glorify the effort of war, but to showcase the ingenuity of our people during that war and be pre to the war. There had been wars within Nigeria before the Civil War. Civil War was just a recent thing. So what we're saying is that war has been existing in Nigeria and other parts of the world. It's something you cannot avoid, you cannot stop. But through dialogue and everything, you can stop war. But thank God, Nigeria, after the war, we are still together again today as one entity. May God continue to lead us to our glorious path in Jesus' name.
You said the things in here are the relics of the Nigerian Biafran Civil War, and this happened many years ago, 1967 to 1970. So how have you been able to keep these things till now?
Good. The fact that before now, a man they call Theophilus Danjuma moved the idea of establishing a National War Museum. After his visit to Yugoslavia, he went there and saw their war museum. And he felt, Nigeria had a war. Why can't we establish one? We have evidence of the war. So that generations yet unborn, we really know that we actually fought a war. And then today, that dream has come to pass. People from all walks of life are coming to visit Nigeria, from every part of the country, every part of the world. They are coming to visit Nigeria because of National War Museum. And he proposed this to the Army Council, and they approved it. And then by 1985, Major General Tunde Diabo, Chief of Staff, Supreme Headquarters, Commission came and launched this place officially. Then by September 14th, 1989, Lieutenant General Don Kampali came and launched it officially. It was now open to the people. So since then, we have been getting people visiting here and there. And of course, here we have 3 galleries. We have galleries. As you go into the museum, we have galleries. The first gallery is Traditional Warfare Gallery, where you have pictures and material evidence of war. You have the evolution of weapon from the Great Battle of Africa and Europe. In that place, we try to make comparison between Europe and Africa. We tend to say that there was a time when Europe and Africa were at par in terms of weapon development. Before Europe were able to overtake Africa with their technology. And since then, they are still been ahead. But to go to kind, the Civil War brought us to limelight. Then the second part of the Traditional Warfare Gallery is Nigerian Traditional Warfare Gallery proper. What you have there are materials produced and used by Nigerians. Let's tell you that we have been smelting iron before the advent of the white man. Like in those stories they tell us, Mungo Park discovered River Niger. Meanwhile, we were there swimming, fishing before he came. His brother father and then helped him. So we have been smelting iron. They came and introduced their technology to us. So you see guns, you see stones at the early part of war. You see dagger, you see sword, you see shields, you see spears, you see javelins, you see missiles, and then you come from there to the modern technology. We started having cannon guns that came into Nigeria because of our interaction with the Portuguese that came with their trade. So we have cannon guns. From cannon guns, started having firearms, and then you see the ones from the foreign part and see the ones produced by Nigerians. And then from there we move to the Armed Forces Gallery. There we have the evolution of the Nigerian Army from 1922, when they were West African Frontier Force, to the time they became Queenstown Army, and when they finally became Nigerian Army. And since then, they have been serving Nigeria, protecting Nigeria in all its territory. We have 3 armed forces: the Army, the Navy, and the Air Force, according to their order of establishment. The Army was the first to be established, followed by the Navy, and then the Air Force. So in that order, their galleries were arranged. So after the Armed Forces Gallery, there we have the military ordinances, the uniforms, the ranks and badges, and then those personnel that have been taking part in charge of the Nigerian Army, the Chief of Staff, the Supreme Headquarters, this and that, the presidents, military presidents of Nigeria. Their pictures are all there.
And that means it's going to be going to be a very memorable one.
Very memorable. At a point, you're visiting Nigerian Armed Forces. At a point, without going to their various offices, you visit them here and they're here. The galleries have not finished. Really? We still have another gallery called the Civil War Gallery. The reason why here was made a museum. The Civil War Gallery is cited in the what we call Voice of Biafran Bunker. The Voice of Biafran Bunker. So there we have pictures of those that put back in the war, in the left side and the Biafran side. And you also see casualties of war. You see the scenes of the war and then end of the war, how the war ended and how they united again. Of course, there you have the wall of the bunker. That's the wall of the bunker. That's the main reason why here was made a museum, because it is an immovable monument. You cannot move the bunker away from here to any other point. So that gave Umuahia the great chance to become to where the museum should be established. And Umuahia was the top for in the war. So these are things that were considered to make Umuahia a war museum center. Thank you.
Whoa! Yes! Look at you there. I know you're, having a reminiscence about so many things now. You're thinking of so many, even the adults out there. I know so many adults that were even born during the Nigerian Civil War did not believe that they could see things like that. That is just a tip of an iceberg, because more are yet to come. So just keep it there with us next week on the part 2 of this very edition in the National War Museum. The things you would see, would wow you. Believe me, you would love it. You would surely want to pay a visit to National War Museum after going through all the documentary of the National War Museum in 1 year. You would. Yeah? Alright. Bye-bye.